right as we go on here.
What's the point of you saying no?
I mean, I don't know. Is he out? What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the pregame lounge. We are getting ready for Nuggets Hornets from Ball Arena. It's going to be a hell of a night. We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure to use the code DNVR when you sign up and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I'm Harrison Wynn, hosting tonight. To my right, I've got Eric Weedham. You know him as D-Line.
Let's go, guys. Dude, I'm flying high off of a Denver Broncos victory, and I'm trying to forget the last time the Denver Nuggets played.
2 days ago.
I don't want to talk about it. Why are we bringing up old stuff, man?
Also joined by superstar Dev Johnson.
I mean, this is the crew right here.
Oh, this is
Adam
different.
is out. Vote is out. They're not actually out. They're at the arena. But we got a different set of guys.
I would say, yeah, this is
the couch.
Top level crew.
This
dude.
is the top level crew. This is the 18.
Oh, no question about
This is
that.
the 18.
Christian says in the comments, Adam couldn't be bothered to show up for the Hornets game.
Yeah.
He actually did show up.
Joke is on
He's
him.
at the Hornets
He's
game
all in
right now.
tonight.
Yeah, he's actually, he likes the Hornets so much he decided to show up to the actual game.
Because he wanted to see, he wants to scout LaMelo Ball. Famous fourth ball brother, Adam
Yeah.
Mahrez.
All right, on this pregame show tonight, we're going to go over the game notes, and we're going to go for a Peyton Watson update. I bet you guys don't know what Peyton
what?
Watson's up to in the G League.
I can't-
I'll
yeah,
tell
I
you.
hope he's balling.
I'll tell you. And then we were also going to talk about the Midwest because one of the real downers of the Nuggets just start to the season is they haven't been able to take advantage of a very Midwestern conference. So we were going to talk about that as well. But first, let's get to the game notes tonight. The Charlotte Hornets are in town. The 7-22 Charlotte Hornets,
Man.
the worst team in the Eastern Conference. They have the NBA's worst offense.
Oh, okay.
They have the NBA's 27th ranked defense, which is ahead
now.
of Denver. Nuggets are 28th. They've lost 7 games in a row.
Yo.
LaMelo Ball is playing tonight. He is back, but he's missed most of the season. He's only played in 5 games the whole year. Michael Malone pregame, quote, "I expect a nail biter."
Yeah,
That inspires some confidence in you guys.
I think Michael Malone, is thinking about firing Michael Malone these days. It's the crazy thing about this season and every season is that the game before last game, we were flying. It was the most dominant performance Jokic had ever turned in. And then last game was just so deeply demoralized, like we've all given up.
When he says this is going to be a nail biter, is that like a shot out at the team? Like, is that a shot?
Yeah.
It has to be
It
a shot.
is,
There's
of course.
no way you truly expect a nail biter unless you're just talking down on your team. That's a diss.
It is a diss.
Yeah, man. I hated to hear that. Like, that doesn't exactly inspire confidence in yourself if you're a player hearing that comment or, like, listening to Michael Malone talk pregame. I would have liked to hear maybe something like, "I know we've been shitty on defense all year, but I deep down, I do believe we have that in us somewhere, and, you know, maybe we can flip the script tonight. I don't know." But instead, he went with, "I expect a nail biter."
He's probably right.
No, that's the worst part. He is right. I mean, the Wizards were just in Denver the other day, 4 days ago. The Wizards are a much better team than the Charlotte Hornets. They're like in the middle to lower part of the East, not the dead last, not at the very bottom. But the Wizards, made it a nail biter for most of that game. So, I mean, we'll see. Michael Malone also said tonight that the biggest areas of concern for him right now, obviously defense. They need to limit their turnovers. They need to have better game plan discipline, stuff we've been hearing all season. And he had this interesting comment about just the Nuggets game plan discipline. And he said that, in a scouting report, you identify guys as shooters and non-shooters, guys you need to run off the three-point line and guys that, you're okay closing out to because you're okay with them shooting threes. Malone said the guys that they identify as closeout guys, as the non-shooters, Nuggets players just totally disregard them on defense. Like, they don't even guard them. And he was like, Dennis Schroeder, he's not a runoff guy, but he can still hit a three. Yeah. Like, we need to pay some attention to him still. And Malone also said, like, maybe I have to Jedi mind trick these guys into, like, paying attention to their assignments.
Yeah, it's not actually a Jedi mind trick
Malone's had enough.
or also the assignments because he just openly said that he's letting guys shoot. It's not first off, the stars do stand out, but it's always one off, like one guy that's just dominating or just left open and they're like hitting their shots. So you can't say that that's the assignment if you're allowing them to just shoot shots. You want to guard the guy that you're supposed to be guarding and be able to defend and also not have to help side the entire time because you have the personnel to defend. So I don't like that answer.
It feels like, they're cheating. Like they're just cheating on defense and it's not even working.
They're not good enough to cheat.
Well, that's the worst. That's the most damning statement of all. They're not even good enough to cheat.
I know. The other thing we got from Malone pregame was an update on Michael Porter Jr., and Malone said that Porter is getting closer. He said maybe there's a chance within the next week to 10 days that they can get him back.
See, just bring the guy back after the new year. Let's just start out the year.
Yeah, you don't even want to see him before 2023?
No, 2023 is his year. Like, you could just put 22 behind you, start off on the right foot.
We're down so bad.
Get right.
So
Get right. Hey, his New Year's resolution should be to play Michael Porter Jr.
Is that whose New Year's resolution? Michael Porter Jr.'s?
And Michael Malone's. All of them. It's everybody. The Nuggets organization, everybody has the same resolution.
Those are lofty goals, I have to say.
If you just look at the Nuggets schedule and Michael Malone says a week to 10 days, they've got the Hornets tonight. They've got the Grizzlies on Tuesday. The Blazers
still a week
Friday.
to 10 days. I thought for sure this was going to be the night. Like a week ago, we said we circled this as the night.
We circled it because I swear Malone at practice like a week ago gave a very positive update on Michael Porter and was talking as if like he's going to get back to practice here, in the next couple of days. He's going to go through some contact, and we'll get him back shortly thereafter. The update was positive. I feel like the timeline maybe got pushed back a little more. But they take on Portland Friday at home. Christmas Day is a week from today.
Oh.
So I would rule Michael Porter Jr. out of Christmas Day probably. Based on a week to 10-day timetable, and Christmas Day isn't exactly a week.
I just remember they're playing on Christmas, and
Christmas Day isn't a week.
But they're gonna play on Christmas. Oh, they get beat.
They don't just play. They have the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, I can't believe they're gonna ruin Christmas again. I don't have it in me.
And then the Nuggets go on the road for 2 games at the Kings. So a week to 10 days. I don't know when exactly is a good time to get him back. Like maybe for those 2 games in Sacramento. Do you want to bring him back on the road? I don't know.
I think it's going to be those 2 games just because that's Christmas, right? I mean, that's New Year's, right?
The 27th and 28th, that would be.
I don't like that.
So you wanted to bring him back January 1st at home against the Celtics.
There we go. Let's just get him right into the mix. Let's just start him out.
Dude, we're down so bad, and we are a game and a half out of first place in the West. We are in first place in the Northwest Division, and we are in shambles.
I don't know if we're down bad. I think that would just be like a get right spot.
I just mean like our general attitude.
Yeah, but
like
you could get the momentum under you. You could get some positive morale around the team.
I'm saying like if we're looking for some momentum, let's get him in. Like
let's do it.
Let's just play
against the Kings. Let's bring him back.
Play this man. Play this man.
The Nuggets have the same starters tonight: Jamal Murray, KCP, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. What are you guys looking forward to the most tonight, or not looking forward to the most? Or who do you have your eyes on tonight?
As far as the Nuggets, I mean, I would love it. For me, I am locked on Jamal Murray until further notice. I need every night is me just analyzing whether or not Jamal Murray is indeed back. Last time he was halfback. He was not. We need a fullback. It's just I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million more. Like the Nuggets. Fate is solely on the shoulders of Jamal Murray getting back, getting that two-man game back in order. Those, Jokic and Murray just wrecking shop like that. We have to have that, otherwise we're going nowhere. And so, and Murray is obviously he's very inconsistent at this point. So I mean, my eyes are locked on him every game.
What about you, Dev?
I'm locked on Jamal Murray, KCP, Bruce Brown,
every starter.
And Bones
Gordon. Oh,
the reason that I say those guys is I want them to be able to slow down the Hornets guards. They have LaMelo Ball. They have Rozier. Yes. I want them to be able to try to defend the guards, because that's the only thing that Hornets have going for them. That's the only way that they'll be able to stay in this game and be able to get some points going. I just don't think that this is a good team at all in the Hornets, but they're like entertaining. They want to try to score. They want to try to run it up. Now, if your guys show up on the defensive end, then you're going to have a way to be able to slow them down. You're going to have a way to just basically blow them out if those guys can step up. So I'm looking for the defense in this game.
Yeah.
Keep looking.
That has to be the focal point.
We titled this pregame lounge, "Is this the night the Nuggets decide to play defense?"
It has to be. This is the worst offense in the league. This needs to be the night.
If it doesn't happen tonight, it might not just happen this entire season.
Dude, the Hornets are great. Ever since Miles Bridges, man, they are just in a downward spiral. They were like the Grizzlies of the East the last year.
Yeah, they were like, oh, that sexy league pass team. Oh, the Hornets are my side piece team.
Totally. I was
now they just suck.
Well, I mean, it is like LaMelo Ball coming back. Obviously, is very big for them. So I imagine they're going to look more. They're not going to look as helpless as they have and hapless as they have. So it's probably a nail biter.
Yeah,
being real.
The guards on the Hornets definitely scare you. Terry Rozier. I mean, he's averaging like 20 a game. He's probably going to get that tonight. Maybe more, probably more. LaMelo Ball, the type of guy that can go off against the Nuggets. He had 27 last game. They got Kelly Oubre, a Nuggets killer.
Absolute Nuggets murderer.
Yeah. They've got Mason Plumlee, who knows how the Nuggets play.
How many backward dunks tonight between Aaron Gordon and Mason Plumlee combined? Over under?
I'll take the over.
I'm over.
Over for sure.
definitely
RK
over.
set the line
Because
over
Aaron
under
Gordon's
3.5
gonna get,
backwards dunks between Aaron Gordon. Yeah.
We will track it. Aaron
It's
Gordon,
going to hit.
he's going to get like 5 dunks by himself. I would take.
Backwards dunks.
No, I say 5 dunks total at least. Like, that's the minimum. 2 of those will be reverse dunks. Mason Plumlee's good for 2 reverse dunks.
Okay, so you think 4. So
If you think Mason Plumlee's going to score 6 points, that means there's 3 dunks.
3 backwards.
backwards.
Yeah,
He had
well,
8
So-
points last game on 4-4 shooting. Probably
That means
4
he had
dunks.
4 backwards dunks.
Yep.
I know math.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this would be a great night for the Nuggets to play defense. Good thing for them is they're going up against a team that cares about as little about defense as they do. The Hornets are the worst defense in the league. They're somehow worse than Denver. Their coach, Steve Clifford, just had this epic post-game rant a couple days ago about how their team just doesn't care about defense. And it's like, I feel your pain, Steve. I get it, man. I get what you're going through.
that is your role on this podcast is explaining the Nuggets don't care about defense.
Yeah. So we'll see. It would be a great night for the Nuggets to play defense, but who knows? All right, let's move on here. Let's go to the G League where there's also no defense being played. I got to fill you guys in on how the Grand Rapids Gold are doing.
Please,
I want to
please.
talk about Peyton Watson for a little bit. The Gold are not in a great spot. They've lost a lot of games this season.
Have
They're the
they?
worst team in the league.
What?
Yeah.
What? So
I wouldn't know that.
So Andre Miller not on a fast track to become the Nuggets head coach, you're saying?
The Grand Rapids Gold guys are 3-13.
Wow. 3-13.
Their
Jesus.
defense is terrible. I watched their game a couple nights ago just because I kind of wanted to see what Peyton Watson is up to. Kale, can you pull up the clip I sent you? This is the first play of the game, the Gold's first defensive possession of the game the other night. That's Peyton Watson blocking a shot at the rim with both hands.
Let's go, dude.
That was the
Shades of
first
JaVale
possession of the
McGee.
game. Yeah. So, I know I was looking to see what Peyton Watson has been up to. He's flashed some nice moments this season. He's had a couple good games. I still think that he has a ways to go to develop into like a player that's NBA ready.
Yeah, he's got to build his body up, man.
He's got to build his body up. In the G League, he's trying to be the number 1 option. He's taking some bad shots, but I think they probably want him to do that, just being that number 1 guy. But the reason I bring him up is last night I was watching that game and he had that block. He had another block. He had some nice defensive sequences. With how bad the Nuggets are defensively, what would be like the downside of bringing Peyton Watson up for a game, 2 games? Just seeing if he can give you a spark. on that end of the floor. It's not like the Nuggets defense can get worse. Like, what would be the issue in just seeing what he could do for a game or two?
I believe that the issue is that they, one, are not playing Christian Brown,
I was gonna
who's
say.
been playing pretty well defensively. And then two, they're not playing Zeke Naji, who has the
There it
offense
is.
and the defense. So if you're not playing two guys that are on the active roster,
Yeah,
there's no way that they're bringing up a guy that's in the G League or a guy that's like not just like blazing the defense in the G League. So I don't see any type of role which leads to Peyton Watson being on the Nuggets active roster.
no chance. Dude,
and playing active minutes.
Can you imagine how damning it would be of Zeke Naji in the eyes of Michael Malone if instead of putting him in any amount of time, they bring in a G League player to play his position?
Start all over him? Oh, my goodness.
That would be terrible.
I don't even know how you're to answer that.
We gotta get Zeke Naji in there. We gotta get Christian Brown. I hate talking about the defense over and over. It's like the least interesting part about the Denver Nuggets because they're so dynamic on offense, and we have to just talk about the fact that they're lazy and they don't communicate, they don't rotate well, they don't contain still from the perimeter. They have no inside defense, no help side defense. That's the crazy thing is that Nikola Jokic hasn't gotten worse at defense. He certainly hasn't gotten better. But in the era where we had Paul Millsap, who was the help side, they were the top 10 defense. It can be done. Jokic cannot be your inside presence, but you got to look at Aaron Gordon here. You got to look at Zeke Naji. You got to look at Vlatko Čančar and Jeff Green. These guys that Jeff Green needs to play big. He does not play big at all.
That's not the type of guy he is.
I know, that's the thing. That's why we're the kind of defense we are.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of that's not the kind of guy he is, guys.
Yeah. But I think you guys both brought up good points about why you wouldn't bring Peyton Watson up. He wouldn't play. And that's the problem, I think.
There's a lot of the problem.
That's a big issue, I think, because I wrote this, a month ago now, but one of the things I thought the Nuggets needed to do this season was just mix it up. Play different guys night to night. You don't have to have a 5-man bench that you play every single night from game 1 to game 82. See what this entire roster can give you. See what Zeke Naji can give you. See what Peyton Watson, Jack White, all these guys that you're just paying money to have on your team, see what they can give you. But the fact of the matter is, Michael Malone isn't going to do that. And that sucks. I think that is definitely one of the downsides of what we've seen from him this year and going back. He's just not willing to experiment night to night because
he does though. But then he goes back. We see nights
Zeke
where
Naji hasn't played in a month.
No, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if tonight we do see a little bit more experimentation.
Yeah.
He does this from time to time. I'm not being a Michael Malone apologist. I hear the noise. I understand the frustration. I know why people are I got people coming at me on Twitter now I'm in charge of the Nuggets personnel about Michael Malone. It is irritating and it's very vexing. It's very frustrating. It's just the same problem over and over and over, and we're not seeing a lot of creativity being applied to try and fix the problem. But the thing is even when there is creativity applied, the Nuggets players are just not playing goddamn defense for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, if they are just so fixated on the offensive side of the ball that they just are not even allowing themselves to get back and
I think that's part
get
of it.
Locked in.
I think they just know they can outscore everybody, so why try on defense?
It's terrible. It's and it's a lot of first part of the year stuff, super low effort. But it's unacceptable, obviously. I do hope that this is one of these nights where Michael Malone gets a little bit of a wild hair and actually starts to put in different weird lineups. He does this again from time to time. We'll see though, man. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, we'll see. The Hornets' backup big man is Nick Richards, a 7-footer, kind of a traditional center. You would think that would signal that it's a DeAndre Jordan game, but we'll see. Maybe it is a night to experiment. Let's move on and talk about the Midwestern Conference, because you mentioned this earlier, D-Line. The Nuggets are just 1.5 games out of first
we are
place.
right there.
Right there.
They're one game behind the Memphis Grizzlies,
who just lost to the Thunder.
who just lost
To the Thunder.
to the Thunder.
The Pelicans, who just lost to the Thunder.
Yes, every team loses to bad teams. That happens
this-
to everybody.
Yes, I need everyone to hear this. Every team is the same team. Listen, you're miserable. Everyone's miserable.
Every team plays down to their competition. Every team does.
The only team that has vibes right now is the Memphis Grizzlies, and they are like they have the wrong vibes.
and they create their own vibes.
But they have like Phoenix Suns last year vibes. Like they are one or two games away from barking like dogs in their post game.
So the Nuggets are third in the West right now. Do you guys feel like the Western Conference is as wide open as I do?
It is, of
You've
course.
got Memphis
Absolutely.
at the top, the Pelicans at number 2, who have lost 3 in a row. Then you've got the Nuggets, the Suns. The Sacramento Kings are the 5 seed right now.
It's unreal.
The Golden State Warriors are out of the play-in right now and just lost Steph Curry for 2 months.
Unreal.
This is a wide open Western
open.
Conference that it feels like the Nuggets can take and can make a huge run in throughout the playoffs if they could just defend, right?
It's so true. And had they not just lost in humiliating fashion to the Los Angeles Lakers on national television, the same way they always goddamn do, like it wouldn't feel so helpless right now.
Yeah, this is also a team that has not played any defense whatsoever right now, and they're still right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Like it's
Game and a half
theirs
out.
for
That
the
probably
taking.
doesn't help Michael Malone's cause either.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, hey, we're not playing well, and we're still at the top of the Western Conference, the Midwest.
Yeah.
Like, this is truly the Midwest, but that's why I think that is so important to try to reel off a couple of games in a row where you can look like, hey, we're the top team in the West.
Dude, I keep
This is
waiting.
the top team coming into the All-Star break or anything like that.
I
where
keep waiting
they're
for
not
this
even
run.
playing yet. There's still a switch that the Nuggets can put on, and all they have to do is just put it together. Put together a couple of games
Nuggets.
in a row.
We know you're
and they're
watching
at
right
the
now.
top.
Put it together.
Yeah.
The run could start tonight.
It's starting
Charlotte at home, Memphis at home, Portland at home, Phoenix home on Christmas
Please
Day.
win the Phoenix one. Lose every other game and just win that Phoenix game. I don't have it in me.
That Phoenix game, it could be great. It could suck.
I don't have it in me.
We have a lot riding on that inter-company.
Oh, it's more than I'm comfortable with. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But I mean, this stretch of 4 games at home, it's a great opportunity for the Nuggets to get right defensively. As I say that, like, I don't believe it, but maybe it'll start to happen tonight. You know, you never know. All right, let's go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Let's open it up. Let's find out our best bets for the night, courtesy of that man over there, courtesy of superstar Dev Johnson.
Oh, we're already at this segment, huh?
We are
At the
right on
segment.
schedule.
So the Nuggets come into this one as a 9-point favorite after a disappointing loss to the Lakers on national television. And that got the talking heads to actually communicate and say the Nuggets are not that good. They're frauds and things like that.
I hate it.
They're now up against a Charlotte team that has started to get their pieces back. So I truly, I feel like 9 points is a lot. I do. I do think that the Nuggets are going to win this game. I'll even go on to say that I believe that Charlotte sucks. But 9 points
I mean,
is a
they
lot
do.
of points. I think that's a lot of points to give up. I can't give you the 9. Does anybody feel confident in their 9?
I'm expecting a nail biter.
I'm
So
also
no.
expecting a no biter. I do think the Nuggets are going to win, though, so I'll do +9 for Charlotte. Now, on the over-under, it's at 236, and this is embarrassing, primarily because the Charlotte is the worst offense in the league. Granted, they're getting their guys back. They have, Rozier's back in the lineup. They have LaMelo Ball back in the lineup.
Yep.
I feel like Gordon Hayward. I haven't heard his name all year, so maybe he's back in the lineup.
He is back. He
And
hasn't played much this year.
I just don't see how it is. Like, how it's that high. I'm gonna go the under.
Wow.
I don't think that they're gonna get to
Nuggets
236.
under.
It's too high. I think that it was high with the Lakers. They didn't get there. I don't think that they're gonna get there for Charlotte as well. I'm gonna go under. So let's go under that. On Charlotte's side of things, it starts and it ends with LaMelo Ball. The thing about LaMelo, since he's been back, usually this is one of the best passers in the league.
Uh-huh.
He has not been passing the ball too well. He's actually been just trying to score. I think he wants to get those points up. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go the over.
Sounds like
his
him.
points are only at 21 in this game. I think that he's going to go over on points.
Okay.
And then also, with his points being high, I'm going to go under on his assists. It's at 7.5. I don't think that he's trying to pass the ball. I think that they have a lot of guys that are just trying to get theirs. This is not a good team. Let's just remember that part. So I also, this is the last Charlotte bet that I have to make.
God damn
I
it, man.
also like our guy Mason Plumlee
What?
over there. I do. His points and the rebounds are at
Mason
15.
Plumlee bets?
It's 15.5. I like that. I think he's going to get about 6 backwards dunks. That's 12 points already. And he's going to get some rebounds. 15.5 is just too easy.
Yeah.
Now enough with Charlotte. Let's get to
Wait,
our
that
side.
was just the Charlotte portion? Jesus Christ. That was 10
We had a
minutes.
long Charlotte portion tonight.
I'm sorry, fellas.
damn,
I'm sorry, fellas. I had some unders on that. On Denver's side of things, I see a lot of mismatches. And if there's one guy that likes to just seek out mismatches, it is who?
Aaron.
Nikola Jokic.
Gordon.
Nope. Jamal Murray.
Oh, okay.
That man eats up. He eats up guards.
Okay.
He really does. If the guard is too small, he's going to go after them. And they have LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier. He's going to go after them. So I'm going to go over on his points. It's at 20.5. I'm over on that.
Over on Jamal.
So you're predicting Jamal Murray
Jamal's
to
back.
be back tonight.
He's going to be back. He's going to
Okay.
be back in this game. And I think over at 20.5. I also like AG's points
Easy.
and rebounds.
I love, yeah.
It's 24.5. Easy. That's easy money.
Easy
They're
money.
probably just going to feed him every single time down for a little bit, and I think he's going to eat that alive. They also have AG steals at only 0.5. I don't know how they keep doing this. He gets it every game. Let's get him for 1 steal in this game.
Nice.
Now for the lock.
The lock of the night.
Now for the lock of the night.
Is it LaMelo Ball?
No. This is going to be a quicker paced game with plenty of shots going on. I don't think that they're going to make the shots they're going to take, but I think they're going to take a lot.
Hell yeah.
Which means
Uh-oh.
that we're going to go after the space octopus down there. Nikola Jokic for 11 rebounds. He's going to go over 11 rebounds in this game.
I just had Jokic rebounds, and then I took it out, fearing that this might be the Nuggets might blow them out, and Jokic might not get his lax step.
That's
I'm
where
not
you were
betting
wrong.
I'm
Jokic.
predicting a nail biter after
That's
all.
where you were wrong.
Okay.
Wow.
Going to go over. I'm going to
All
go
right.
over on his rebounds.
I am going to take Terry Rozier to go over
What the hell?
It wouldn't be Rozier. It would be Oubre.
19.5 points.
All right, you want to hear my SGP?
Terry Rozier is the type of guy who just is going to kill the Nuggets.
SGP for Eric Weedham. There is a bonus, by the way, for same game parlays. Make sure you opt in to get 20% added for, or you get more juice for every leg you add. I have a 3-leg parlay.
Not
Aaron
that
Gordon
much juice.
over 16.5 points.
Boom.
Easy money. Nashawn Bones Highland makes his presence felt in the in Ball Arena. He did not have a great game last time. We're going over 3 threes for Nashawn Bones
whoa.
Highland.
It's a Bones night?
It's a Bones night like it's never
Whoa.
been. And one Jokic steal. The Cookie Monster. We're right near
Oh,
Christmas. We're right near
wow.
Christmas.
Right
the Cookie
near
Monster.
Christmas.
That will net you plus 432 with the
Boom.
bonus.
There we go. All right. Hopefully those bets hit.
What do you mean
Hopefully
hopefully?
we win
Those are
some money
definitely gonna
tonight. We'll be back in hopefully a winner's lounge.
No hopefully
the
about
Nuggets
it.
play some defense tonight. Maybe hopefully with that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll talk to you after the game.